I appreciate everybody being here. It was fifth practice. It was good day in regards to continuing to push situational football. Had a you put in a little bit red zone, letting guys see different areas of the field, kind of understanding different thoughts, concepts. A couple new schemes that we put in. I thought guys handled it well for the first day of introducing that, and I thought there was some good plays that showed up. I thought the quarterbacks had a good day, had a couple missed opportunities, but as you get down into that area of the field, just the detail, the locations, making sure that you know where to miss if you're going to miss, and giving yourself an opportunity for one more play, or make sure we're putting points on the board. And as we've kind of thrown a lot at these guys in the first 5 practices, seeing them continue to grow, for them to continue to grow in confidence in what they're being asked to do, to play faster, to line up quicker, to make sure that they're understanding assignments and then utilizing the techniques that are desired for them to put themselves in the best position. But I did think I thought it was a good day. There's some guys that I think are really taking very positive steps. Obviously I go back and watch today, but Omar Graham's a guy that I thought he probably his best practice. Maybe since the day here last Tuesday, and really proud of some of the progression that we're seeing from him. Just cutting it loose, playing fast. I think that within this defense, just watching the linebackers grow in their confidence, understanding. I mean, we're going to be aggressive. You're going to aggressive in against the run, aggressive against the pass. Coverage. I mean, all the things that we're asking them to do. So utilizing their the versatility. But I thought that he's really had a couple of nice days. Stefan's a guy that's very experienced in this defense, but is really doing a good job of helping helping the other guys, and like what I'm seeing. Just big picture from that group. Amari Williams had an interception today. A really athletic play. From defensive end position. That was excited to see him just continuing to take positive steps. You'll hear 5 days in. I really think we got a chance to see some major strides here moving forward. But offensively, I think the tight end room is one that I'm really excited about. It was good. We also had some good runs by the running backs. Showing patience and great vision, showing really good burst. Waddell's been a little limited these last few days. I got him back in the mix. He had a good run today. Down in the red zone work. So I think Deuce Robinson's continuing to grow in his confidence in what we're asking to do. Jaden Boggs is a guy that he had a red zone touchdown today on a really nice catch. Excited about what we're seeing from him, and all in all, it was a really solid work day. Everything building to what Saturday scrimmage is going to be, and Saturday we're going to go get after it, and it'll be an IPF, so we're going to have that'll be where our work is, and so it'll be a little bit different, but I'm still excited for guys to go show exactly where they are, to be able to get out there and communicate, to be able to get out there and execute, on both sides of the ball. And I like where we are through 5 practices. Now continue to push and see where guys are here in a scrimmage situation. A couple injuries that have popped up. Jacob Rizzi and Caleb Lavalley both missed the rest of spring. Nothing that's going to affect the fall, but unfortunately they will miss the remainder of spring practice. But hopefully we'll be able to get those guys. They should both have great work in the summer as we lead up to fall practice, and then as well as Daniel Lyons. And so just had a few guys with some bumps and bruises, but it's really great opportunities for young guys to show, for new guys to show where they are, and continue to take great steps in developing competition and depth.
All right. You mentioned Roydell. You kind of like Jalen. Neither one of them was available for much of last year. What do you think he can be? And
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm excited about just the strides I've seen from him. He's played a good amount of football in his career, with an opportunity to go take another step. And, I think he's done a really nice job with his body. And, I've talked about a couple of running backs, him and Cam, you guys that you're just continuing to develop the explosiveness. They're both have very similar traits. I mean, he's a patient runner, a great burst. We saw that at times, early in the season. We've seen it throughout his career, but I'm excited for his next step. And it was a blow to us with both him and Jalen when they went down last year. I mean, that was two guys that we were counting on heavily, and he played 3 games, and Jalen played 2 games, and he was able to get back in a limited capacity there for the last one. But I'm excited. I'm excited for Odell and what this year can be. And you've seen him. It's good to get him back out today and you're getting a little bit more of that work.
Chris,
I presume Saturday will give you a chance to do a little bit more kicking and punting, but what have you seen from those guys so far?
I mean, Mac today, today was a big day. Punting, getting into a little bit more team, and he was exceptional. I mean, he had we're still working the consistency that we had. They had one that was not as good as it could have been. Another location where it could be a little bit better. But I mean, he had a couple that were monstrous punts, and he's a guy that's really put in a lot of time within this program, and been able to fight to put himself in a position. And I think he's rising to the challenge. And the one that wasn't very good, he got absolutely challenged to see, just to see a response. And the best punt I've seen, a punt right after that. So it was good to see a guy that's young that needs to grow, and every experience that he gets here, he's going to treat like it's a game. It was big, and Jake's done a nice job here early. Once again, we're trying to create some adverse situations for him, and he's continuing to push himself to be the best he can be.
Corey?
Do you foresee Amari Williams having an interception as a defensive end is something that's probably pretty neat for you to see, but he was a good tight end last year as a true freshman. He made some incredible plays, but do you foresee his future at defensive end and that position room, the tight end position room, having a Chase Lofton to go along with Landon and Marquise and Pittman? Does that make it easier to keep him on the defensive side of the ball because of what you got in that?
Well, I mean, it was a preliminary thought, regardless, that we're gonna start and give him a great foundation defensively here this spring. Last fall he put himself in a position to have a chance to play as a freshman, and that was the quickest path to get him on the field. Even physically, coming in as a early enrollee, reclassified. What should have been a high school senior, and for him to, I think it was the 5th game of the season, Clemson game, he's out there playing, and for what he was able to do and the work he put in, you didn't want to put him in a situation where he's trying to do it all and not be good at anything. So really had a great focus of that at tight end, and then I knew we recruited him to come play defensive end with the opportunity to make an impact on the offensive side, and so really excited about what I've seen. And he's got some natural athleticism, length. I mean, just that it's hard to duplicate. And when you see that kind of player, I do think he can have a role in doing both. But like I said, I'm excited about that, the room that we have, and the versatility of guys. It just gives a variety of different weapons.
Brendan?
With Omar, I guess a two-parter. What growth did you see from him during the course of last season, and then during the offseason he entered the portal briefly, and what were the conversations like for him to come back? Why was it important to bring him back into this roster?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at Omar, he's dealt with some injuries, his first couple of years, and it was something that was challenging for him. And he tried to push through, a lot, but as you saw him get healthy, as you saw the confidence, continue to grow, and that's something like a young player that's pushing through to try to play, and maybe not at full capacity of what they can do. It's hard, and you face some challenges, some really bad games where he's had to work through all of that. And I think as you see him now, he is playing confident. He's taken the experiences and built that and he's continued to work on his body, to put himself in a great position. So, I'm excited about what it can be, obviously, anytime you have change, within coaches, sometimes guys evaluate different things, and, I think, all it was an opportunity to see the opportunity for him to see what it was gonna look like, and, I think that definitely got him excited, and, he's showing up well.
Kurt?
You talked about Javon making a play today. When we talked to him, he seems like a guy who is optimistic about his chances, believes he can contribute early. I guess, how have you seen him hit the ground running, and do you think that he could be in that conversation?
Yeah, I mean, he continues to have days where, like today, where he's showing up, and it doesn't matter who's against him, what it looks like. I mean, he's a ball player, and I mean, he's gonna play a lot of football at Florida State, and I've got a lot of confidence in that. And I think he can play early, and, he's a guy that, when we recruited him, we felt that he would put himself in position to have a chance to compete, and, he's done a really nice job, and, I've been pleased with seeing, Hakeem, take some real positive steps. Jalen Brown had a couple really good days, where you see some growth in him, but, Boggs is definitely a guy that I'm excited to see him Saturday.
Ira?
Injuries are gonna happen, but because you guys are putting in so much new stuff this spring, how much does it hurt those guys that can't get all those reps?
I mean, you want everybody to get, reps, and, obviously just the work and the continuity, and some of it you'd like to have it, better, but some of the things that have occurred are just, stay pretty much outside of your control, and just little, kind of freakish things that have showed up, but, at the end of the day, we're gonna, what I've liked is even guys that have been limited or unavailable, just their intent in learning. We're gonna do a great job in making sure that we utilize the summer, during those, skill sessions and things that we can do to make sure they understand, what it needs to look like, what it needs to be. They've done a nice job where they are, but yeah, it just puts that much more emphasis on the importance of fall camp.
Corey?
I'm sure you're continuing to challenge Deuce, and seeing him on film is one thing, and he put up numbers at USC, but now that you've seen him in front of you for 5 practices, what have you liked about what he's seen? What are you still challenging him on to maybe take that next step into being one of the best in the country?
Yeah, I mean, it's to hold to that standard, to that consistency, that production. He didn't come here as a finished product. There's work to be done. There's things that he recognizes and embraces, for the opportunities to get better. And that's where, when you got guys that have potential to be great players, when they have, a great edge and desire for growth and improvement, you got a chance. So it's, I'm just holding everything that he does is that what the best in the country is gonna look like? And, he's one of those guys that likes to answer that call. And so I've been pleased. Every day is an opportunity to go and continue to grow and get better, but, seeing some good things from him.
All right, last one, Chris. Will the scrimmage be situational or game style, and any tweaks to how you've done it year over year?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be more situational here for the first one, be a set number of series, some where we were putting the ball in different places, there will be some limitations. We will get some of the work outside, we don't have the full capacity just because the edges and the fences for the building are so we'll get the work inside when it comes to that, but we will get some outside special teams work, and then make sure we try to put guys in areas where they got to think, where they have to understand, field zones. Obviously the down and distance will create itself, but it'll be more situational.
All right.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.